This week's Torah reading is Behalotecha, meaning when you step up. In this reading, we step up with the final preparations for the Mishkan, where instructions for the menorah, not Chanukiah, are given. We step up with the purification of and responsibilities of the Levites. We step up with the prescription for Pesach Sheni for those who legitimately missed and need another chance. We step up with our journey once the Mishkan was set and God led us on our continued journey. Kisa ha'anan et hamishkan, cloud covered the tabernacle by day. Umareh esh laila, and appearance of fire by night. When the community is summoned with the trumpets, Chatzorot, as described here, we step up together. Moshe steps up to save his sister, as Miriam and Aaron spoke out against Moshe, and God put them in their place. Again, the connection can be made here between leprosy, mitzorah, and gossip, motzirah, as specifically Miriam speaking ill of Moshe resulted in her being stricken with leprosy. But as Miriam saved Moses when he was an infant, here it was his turn to step up to save his sister. On our journey, we step up with Va'aron Barit Adonai Nosea Lifnehem. The Ark of the Covenant of the Lord traveled in front of them. In this reading, we then first hear these words used in our modern Torah services. Vayehi b'nsoah ha'aron vayomer Moshe. When the ark was to set out, Moses would say, Kuma Adonai, advance, O Lord. Vayafutsu oivecha, may your enemies be scattered. V'yanusu misanecha mipanecha, and may your foes flee before you. Vayehi b'nsoah ha'aron vayomer Moshe, Kuma Adonai, v'yafutsu oivecha, v'yanusu misanecha mipanecha. Despite God so taking care of us and leading us and feeding us along our way, the people took to complaining bitterly. We could be our own worst enemy, not realizing and appreciating all we have been provided. We should have stepped up with faith and trust and respect and appreciation for God. We had been provided the manna, which was considered as complete a nutrient source as needed. But the people complained. They wanted meat like they had in Egypt. The people remembered the food they had in Egypt. They remembered what they considered the good. But they seemed to forget the extreme bad with how they were enslaved and harshly treated. They questioned whether they should go back for the sake, as they thought or claimed, of eating better. They were actually eating more nutritiously now, and their lives were already much better and would have been far better once returning to our homeland. But instead of realizing and appreciating, they so disrespected God and greatly whined and complained. Tanalanu basar v'nochela. Give us meat to eat. Lama zeh yatsanu mimitzrayim. Why did we leave Egypt? They were like so many victims of domestic violence today who do not want to leave what they know, even for the better, though perhaps somewhat unknown, that lay ahead. like victims who prefer to go back to their abuser, who do not realize and appreciate those trying to help them move on to a better life. They lacked faith in God. They lacked trust in God. And they lacked respect for God. That which we claim we want and that which we ask for may not be in our best interests. But as they persisted, God gave in to them. It is like the many stories of the genie in the bottle. The genie offers to grant your wishes, but in these stories, the lesson regularly raises the reality that we often do not see the big picture as we should, and do not see the undesired consequences of that which we foolishly do desire. V'ruach nasa me'et Adonai, a wind from the Lord started up. Vayagaz shalvim min hayam, and swept quail from the sea. Vayitosh al hamachaneh, and strewed them over the camp. The people so whined and complained that they wanted meat. And well, they got that, and they got more than that. Vayach Adonai ba'am, the Lord struck the people. Mikah rabba me'od, with a very severe plague. Their foolish craving, their lack of faith in God, their lack of trust in God, their lack of respect for God led to their demise. Just because we want something does not mean that we should have it. We should have better realization and better appreciation for all the good that is before us. I will leave you with that to ponder this Shabbat as I wish you Shabbat Shalom.